What is up, guys? I am the Christian Gamer with a 3, not an E, and a 1 at the end. Today I am showing y'all another Black Ops gameplay. I am playing Domination on Radiation. That rhymes. I'm a poet. I did not know it. Well, and I didn't know it. I sounded so white when I said that. Oh well, I am white. I have an announcement, maybe two, I don't know. My one announcement is, if you have any questions about the Bible, Christianity, God, Jesus, all this stuff, don't be afraid to ask. I will certainly do my best to answer it. I know sometimes it's really hard to ask those questions, so if you don't want to leave it in the comments, just send me a message. Tell me that you do not want to be mentioned, and I will just state the question and not your name. So yeah, I mean, that's just how it's going to work. And I will do my best to answer that, because believe me, I know Christianity is extremely confusing at times. And it's sort of embarrassing for me as a Christian to ask those questions at church, but I get my answer, and I get what I wanted. Oh yeah, I did not tell y'all what guns I was using. I am using the Spaz 12 silenced. I am using a frag grenade and Nova gas, and my secondary is a CZ75. I have grown very accustomed to this Spaz 12 because it is just amazing. I love it. And I've only played it for this one game right here. I've only played with it for this one game right here. And I just fell in love. I was like, oh, this is my gun, I need to use it. So yeah, I'm using it now. This is my comfort gun. My dog is nasty. Yeah. So we're just gonna jump right into what I would love to talk about. And what I'm going to be talking about is the Bible verse, Deuteronomy 31:6. It says, "So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not panic before them. For the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you." That verse right there is one that I just love. It reminds me daily that I should not be scared to stand up for what I believe in. That God has a plan, and whenever I do, it can either turn out bad or good, but hey, it is what it is. If it turns out bad, it is what it is. If it turns out good, that's amazing. So yeah, I'm going to get into this verse, and tell y'all what I think it means. "So be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, and do not panic before them." What I see in that is, be strong in your faith, and don't be scared to stand up for what you believe in if anyone challenges you to it. Where I'm at right now in my faith, I certainly am. If I were in college right now and I had a professor that told me, say I was reading the Bible, I'm in college, because you know how professors challenge people sometimes. I will try to take my Bible and say, if you take this back and continue reading this, you are kicked out of this school. I wouldn't care if it's Harvard, Yale, I wouldn't care if it's the best school in the world, and if you get a degree from there, you get $1 million. I would not care. I would take it back and continue to read it. If you told me I'm kicked out of the school, I will leave with my chin held high, knowing that I stood up for what I believe in. I'll be happy about it. So yeah, I mean, now that doesn't mean just go around and say Christianity is the best, you need to follow it, or else you're going to hell, and stuff like that. No, it does not mean that whatsoever. It's not saying go rub it in people's faces and shove it down their throat that you are supposedly the best when I mean, you're just as good as they are. We all sin, we all mess up. But yeah, this does not mean go and shove it down people's throat. Because then what I've noticed is that affects the look on Christians for people. But one of the looks that Christians have, one of the looks that we have as Christians is that we are complete hypocrites, apparently. I try my best not to be a hypocrite. I don't like being a hypocrite. It's no better than an atheist. I mean, whenever we had this series in our church called Christian Atheist. It's about a bunch of people who preach about it and then go and do that same thing that they preached about, which is the definition of a hypocrite, which I do not want to be, and I try my best not to be. Because that's, like I said, one bad name that Christians have, and I want to change on some outlooks of some people. Next part of this verse is, "For the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you." Now what I see by that is, what I mean by go ahead of you is, of course he's not on this earth and is chilling with you. He's not going to literally get in front of you and walk. He will, the way I see it is, he will go ahead of you spiritually, and he knows what's going to happen in your day before you even wake up. He knows Thursday when it's Monday. He just has it all planned out, and what I think about that is, he knows that someone will challenge you with it. Maybe he will soften their heart and accept it a little bit and think about it, instead of all of a sudden jump on it and attack you because you're a Christian and you believe this. That might be one way. Another way, as going ahead of you, is he will give you strength to do this, and take it and say what you're trying to say in a good way, and not be mean about it, not mess it all up. You know what I mean? Here's the next part. "He will neither fail you nor abandon you." What I see by that is, I've heard a lot of Christians, some of my friends, some not, some people that just get up on the stage at my church and talk, is he will not abandon you. A lot of Christians will say, he has abandoned me, and that's why they don't follow Christianity anymore. Well, a lot of ex-Christians is what I should say, will say that. And then some Christians now will say, why did God abandon me? Well, he never abandons you. What it is, you're making yourself believe that he has abandoned you. When he's been there the whole time, you just haven't looked enough and saw that he was there helping you that whole time. I'm about to lag here, get ready for the lag, 3, 2, 1, lag! And just random spot in there. But he's never abandoned you. You just haven't seen him, because you're not looking. You gotta be able to see it. That's one thing I try to do in hard times. Like earlier this year, my grandmother passed away, and I just thought, well, I'm gonna die sooner or later, and he can't change it. So he never abandoned me there. He was with me the whole time, gave me strength to deal with it, and know that it will happen. Now, fail you, I would think, is like he will not let you go in by yourself and do everything by yourself. So yeah, that was Deuteronomy 31:6. Deuteronomy 31:6. If you would like to study this with your family or bring it up as a friend, by all means do. It would be really cool. And I really hope you all enjoyed it and got something out of this. I hope to see y'all next time. Deuces.